Death metal. The name alone evokes images of darkness, aggression, and extreme sonic brutality. It's a genre that doesn't shy away from the macabre. Instead, it embraces it, delving into the depths of human experience and the darkest corners of our existence. But death metal is more than just noise and aggression. It's a complex and multifaceted genre with a rich history, dedicated fan base, and a surprising amount of heart. We'll delve into the genre's defining characteristics, the guttural vocals, the relentless drumming, the down-tuned guitars, and the lyrical themes that explore death, darkness, and the human condition. Prepare yourself for a journey into the abyss, a deep dive into the world of death metal, where brutality and artistry collide in a symphony of sonic devastation. Get ready to unleash the beast. Death metal didn't emerge out of thin air. Its roots can be traced back to the early 1980s, a time when heavy metal was undergoing a radical transformation. The raw energy of punk was beginning to fuse with the heaviness of traditional metal, giving birth to a new breed of extreme music, thrash metal. Bands like Slayer, Venom, and Celtic Frost emerged as pioneers of this new sound, pushing the boundaries of speed, aggression, and lyrical darkness. Slayer in particular, with their relentless riffs, blasphemous lyrics, and chaotic live shows, would prove to be a major influence on the nascent death metal scene. As thrash metal gained momentum, a new generation of bands emerged, eager to push the boundaries even further. These bands, fueled by a desire for something heavier, faster, and more extreme, began to experiment with even lower tunings, more complex song structures, and a more brutal approach to vocals. The term death metal itself is often attributed to Possessed, a San Francisco band whose 1985 album Seven Churches is considered a landmark release in the genre's development. From these early beginnings, death metal would continue to evolve and diversify, spawning countless subgenres and inspiring generations of musicians. One of the most distinctive aspects of death metal is undoubtedly the vocals. Unlike the soaring melodies of traditional heavy metal or the high-pitched screams of thrash, death metal vocalists employ a range of guttural techniques that are as terrifying as they are impressive. The most common vocal style in death metal is the death growl, a low guttural roar that sounds like it emanates from the depths of hell. This technique involves pushing air from the diaphragm while constricting the vocal cords, creating a deep, distorted sound that is both powerful and inhuman. Another common technique is the high scream, which, as the name suggests, is a piercing shriek that adds an extra layer of intensity to the music. Some vocalists even incorporate pig squeals, gurgling noises, and other unconventional sounds into their repertoire, further blurring the lines between music and primal expression. These vocal techniques are not for the faint of heart, but they are an integral part of death metal's sonic assault. Mastering these vocal styles requires incredible control and technique, and death metal vocalists are often as skilled as any opera singer. The guitars in death metal are just as important as the vocals in creating the genre's signature sound. While other forms of metal might emphasize melody or technical proficiency, death metal guitarists often prioritize heaviness and aggression above all else. Down-tuning is a common practice in death metal, with guitarists often tuning their instruments down a whole step, a step and a half, or even lower. This lower tuning gives the guitars a heavier, more powerful sound, creating a wall of sonic force that can be truly overwhelming. Death metal guitarists often employ a technique known as tremolo picking, which involves rapidly picking a single note to create a buzzing, dissonant effect. This technique, when combined with the down-tuned guitars, creates a sense of urgency and aggression that is impossible to ignore. Death metal guitarists are masters of creating a sonic landscape that is both brutal and complex, using a combination of technical skill and raw aggression to craft some of the most extreme music ever created. The drums in death metal are not merely a timekeeping device, they are a weapon. Death metal drummers are renowned for their speed, precision, and sheer brutality, laying down a foundation of sonic chaos that drives the music forward with unrelenting force. One of the most iconic drumming techniques in death metal is the blast beat, a relentless barrage of double bass drumming that can reach speeds of over 200 beats per minute. In addition to blast beats, death metal drummers utilize a wide range of techniques, including double bass drumming, gravity blasts, and blast variations. They are masters of polyrhythms, creating complex and often disorienting rhythmic patterns that add to the music's overall sense of chaos and aggression. The drums in death metal are a relentless assault on the senses, a sonic battering ram that leaves the listener feeling bruised and exhilarated in equal measure. The death metal lyrics are not for the easily offended. The genre is known for its exploration of dark, taboo, and often controversial subject matter, delving into the depths of human experience and the darkest corners of our existence. Death, violence, gore, and the occult are common lyrical themes in death metal, often explored in graphic and unflinching detail. However, beneath the surface of these seemingly gruesome topics often lies a deeper message. Many death metal bands use their music as a platform to explore philosophical, social, and political issues, albeit in a more extreme and often metaphorical way. They may address topics such as war, corruption, environmental destruction, or the hypocrisy of organized religion. Others use their lyrics to explore the darker aspects of the human psyche, delving into themes of madness, despair, and the search for meaning in a chaotic world. Death metal lyrics, while not always easy to digest, can be surprisingly thought-provoking and insightful. The lyrical content of death metal is as diverse as the genre itself. The early days of death metal were a time of intense creativity and experimentation, as bands around the world pushed the boundaries of extreme music. Several bands emerged from this period as pioneers of the genre, their influence felt to this day. Death, hailing from Florida, is widely regarded as one of the most important and influential death metal bands of all time. Led by the visionary Chuck Schuldiner, Death's music evolved over the years, incorporating elements of progressive rock and jazz into their brutal sound. Another seminal band from Florida, Morbid Angel, gained notoriety for their technical proficiency and blasphemous lyrics. Their 1993 album Covenant is considered a death metal classic, showcasing the band's ability to blend brutality with musical sophistication. Cannibal Corpse, from Buffalo, New York, became infamous for their graphic lyrics and over-the-top gore. These are just a few of the many bands that helped to shape the sound and direction of death metal in its early days. With its rich history and countless subgenres, death metal boasts a vast and diverse discography. However, certain albums stand out as essential listening for anyone looking to delve into the genre. Death's Human from 1991 is often cited as one of the greatest death metal albums of all time. It showcases the band's evolution towards a more technical and progressive sound, while still retaining their signature brutality. Morbid Angel's Covenant from 1993 is another landmark release featuring complex song structures, blasphemous lyrics, and some of the band's most iconic riffs. Entombed's Left Hand Path from 1990 is a cornerstone of Swedish death metal, influencing countless bands with its raw buzzsaw guitar tone and relentless aggression. Exploring the genre's discography is a rewarding experience, offering a glimpse into the evolution of extreme music and the creative minds behind it. Like any genre with a long and storied history, death metal has spawned countless subgenres and offshoots, each with its own unique characteristics and defining features. Melodic death metal, as the name suggests, incorporates more melodic elements into the traditional death metal sound. Bands like At the Gates, In Flames, and Dark Tranquillity are known for their blend of brutality and melody, creating a sound that is both aggressive and accessible. Technical death metal, on the other hand, emphasizes technical proficiency and complex song structures. Bands like Nile, Cryptomicon, and Obscura push the boundaries of musical extremity, showcasing incredible musicianship and mind-bending compositions. Brutal death metal takes the genre's inherent aggression to its logical extreme, with bands like Suffocation, Dying Fetus, and Cannibal Corpse known for their relentless speed, guttural vocals, and lyrical depravity. From the symphonic grandeur of Flesh God Apocalypse to the blackened fury of Belphegor, there is a death metal subgenre for every taste. Despite its often controversial nature and extreme sound, death metal has endured for over 3 decades, inspiring countless bands and captivating legions of fans worldwide. But what is it about this extreme form of music that continues to resonate with so many people? For some, it's the sheer intensity and aggression of the music, a cathartic release from the stresses and frustrations of everyday life. The relentless blast beats, the guttural vocals, and the down-tuned guitars create a sonic assault that can be both overwhelming and exhilarating. For others, it's the technical proficiency and musicianship on display. Death metal musicians are often incredibly skilled, pushing the boundaries of their instruments and creating music that is as complex as it is brutal. And for many, it's the sense of community and belonging that comes with being a part of the death metal scene. Death metal's enduring legacy is a testament to the power of extreme music and its ability to connect with people on a primal level. Beyond the music itself, death metal fosters a vibrant and dedicated community. Fans of the genre are renowned for their passion, knowledge, and unwavering support for their favorite bands. Death metal shows are not your average concert experience. They are intense, sweaty, and often chaotic affairs, where the line between performer and audience blurs, mosh pits erupt, crowds sing along to every word, and a sense of shared euphoria fills the air. But the death metal community is more than just mosh pits and stage dives. It's a place where people from all walks of life can come together and bond over their shared love for extreme music. The death metal community is global, spanning continents and cultures, united by a shared love for this extreme and often misunderstood genre. Death metal is not for everyone. Its extreme sound, dark subject matter, and often confrontational nature can be off-putting to some. But for those who are willing to delve into its depths, death metal offers a world of sonic brutality, technical brilliance, and surprising artistry. It's a genre that celebrates the darker aspects of the human experience, exploring themes of death, violence, and the occult with unflinching honesty. But beneath the surface of this seeming darkness lies a deep well of creativity, passion, and a profound love for music. Death metal is a genre that continues to evolve and innovate, pushing the boundaries of what is possible within the realm of extreme music. So, embrace the darkness, crank up the volume, and experience the power of death metal for yourself.